can't start learning about pull systems until we first define and understand what a pull system is. So, let's begin by doing just that. In the most basic sense, a pull system is a technique used to produce only what has a demand attached to it. Pull systems are also used to replace inventory items or information which may have been taken to fulfill a demand. Pull systems really operate from two fundamentally different aspects. The first perspective is that pull systems only produce what is demanded for or consumed by a customer. This is very important. If there is no customer attached to the demand, it is not produced. The other aspect is that withdrawals do not occur unless the operation using the information or physical inventory has demand for it. In other words, both materials and information will not be produced unless a trigger or signal comes from a downstream user. The fundamental concept in a pull system is that the customer creates the demand, which naturally creates a trigger. Nothing occurs unless there is a customer attached to the demand. In a pull system, the demand is created by an external customer, and that demand travels all the way back through the value stream by downstream or internal customers at each operation. One very common everyday example of a pull system is at a grocery store. Supplies are not replenished until a customer pulls the item from the shelf. And that's it, a pull system. Now, let's test your retention of your new knowledge here by challenging your mind with a question that you can answer in the community. In a pull system, who generates or triggers the demand needed for withdrawal or production? We look forward to reading your comments, and we'll see you in the next module. Push system is not the same as a pull system. In order for you to really master pull systems, you must understand a push system too. So let's do just that. A push system is the production or performance of any item or activity performed at required times by a given schedule that has been planned in advance. Many push systems are built mainly to forecast. Push systems can also include issuing material or performing an activity based on a schedule rather than a need. Push systems create excess inventory, which is one of the 8 forms of waste. Remember, a push system means that a company produces goods according to a demand forecast. A common manufacturing environment for push systems is a make-to-stock manufacturing environment. These types of production environments are often used to produce goods that have almost no fluctuation in demand. In essence, push systems attempt to anticipate future demand using historical data. Let's look at an example of using a push system. K&K owns a bakery. Every morning they forecast how much they were going to sell throughout the day, and then they produce their goods. They have tried baking to demand, however, people are not willing to wait for their morning muffin after they have ordered it. So, they bake their products and then put them out for customers to select. This is a push system. Some more examples are MRP systems, building to schedules, APS systems, and of course, forecasts. Now that you know what a push system is, let's challenge your new knowledge. What positive or negative effects might a push system have on an organization? We'll see you in the next module. There are many forms of waste that occur in the push production environment. Inventory builds up, waiting is extended, and bottlenecks build up too. But in a perfect pull system, no waste exists because everything occurs based on real demand. With this in mind, a pull system will eliminate much of the waste that occurs when you move materials and information downstream when it is ready rather than when it is needed. You see, the fundamental difference between push and pull is that when raw materials or information are ready to be produced, that is the trigger to produce in a push system. Or, when a schedule, forecast, or plan is created, procurement can occur in place of actual demand in a push system. This type of system is largely focused on the outcome only and does not take into consideration whether there is demand or not. When this occurs, it is not uncommon to see overproduction, delivery delays, and many other forms of muda as a result of the push to produce before there is demand. One of those forms of muda is the buildup of inventory. You see, push systems push products without regard for need, which cause inventory to build up, as well as bottlenecks in flow. A bottleneck is the term used for any function, department, resource, or facility whose needed capacity is less than the demand being placed upon it. Essentially, a bottleneck will occur when downstream processes cannot keep up with upstream operations. This is one of the effects of overproduction. As you can see, push systems can create a lot of waste, and while your pull system may not be perfect right from the start, a good motto to begin with is pull when you can and push only if you have to. Now, before we go, we would like to ask you a few different questions that you can answer. First, what is a bottleneck? Next, do you have any at your place of work? Number 3, what is one bottleneck you see daily? After that, you can answer this one and consider the following question. What is the cause of the bottleneck you see daily? And finally, how would you go about removing the bottleneck you see daily? We look forward to hearing from you, and we will see you in the next module.